All right, so guys, real quick, I just want to give you a heads up of like what I'm doing to troubleshoot this. So I searched for why the EPW file wasn't connecting here, and the message came up and it said something about, oh, here we go. Let's see if it'll show me the message again. But basically, it was telling me that the Ladybug engine needs to be running, right? It wasn't running. Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. So the error message read something about like the path and EPW file and the cumulative sky and some download failed, right? So when it tells you the gendaymtx.exe file needs to be loaded, basically what it was saying is that right here, it looks like there was a file that was missing, this gendaymtx. I don't know why it was missing in our server or whatever, but if you download this file and add it to your C drive, that's C drive here, Ladybug folder, so C Ladybug, drop that gendaymtx file in there, you should be able to run it after you recompute. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to copy this into our folder. Okay, Grenling, 222, class definitions, resources. I'm going to drop it right here. So you guys can copy that, and I hope you can drop it into your C folder. I hope you have permission to do that. But you're going to go to C, Ladybug, you're going to copy and paste it in there. And as soon as you do that, right-click, go in here, right-click, and hit recompute. And it'll run that file, that MS-DOS document that popped up when I first started the recording. It'll run a little calculation, and then it should clear this error before we continue on. So you shouldn't need this. It should work if you just do a file path, and you locate our file in our folder structure. So then you should get the cumulative sky matrix output. It should run there. And then we're left with the radiation analysis in gray. So I'm going to pause here while you guys test that out. And I'm going to make sure that you guys are running before I continue. And yes, I did record this. All right, so once that script has run, you should see that this is gray with gray lines connecting it to this cumulative sky matrix. Your toggle should be set to true. And in doing that, the selected sky matrix will have triggered, and it will feed that into radiation analysis. So now we've got the radiation analysis definition that we haven't run yet. So I'm trying to think if we need anything else before we run it, and I don't think we do. So let's just double click and hit the toggle. So this is going to take a second or two, and I know my definition, my model is actually a little on the complex side, so it'll probably take a little longer than a simple one. So I'm going to pause this while it runs, and then we'll catch up. So it finally finished calculating. I guess it was about 10-15 minutes or so. But what you're seeing here is really kind of a mess right now. So let me get rid of these, and you're starting to see it a little better. And I need to turn off the layers here. Let's turn off that. There we go. And that. Actually, that can stay on. Okay, so this is really important what you're seeing here, right? We have panels that are blue and panels that are orange. We don't really know exactly what time of day it is, but I will actually, you know what, let's pop on. Let me open this up real quick, and we'll pop on the sun angle diagram real quick so you can understand. So let's go to Ladybug, visualize. It was under visualize, right? Yes, I am. Where was the sun path? Extra? No. Analyze weather data. Sun path. There it is. So we're doing sun path. We're going to use, let's see, we're going to grab, oh, you know what, never mind. We don't have to look at that because our analysis period is for the whole year. So anyway, this is what this is basically how much radiation is going to be hitting these panels throughout the year. So from a design perspective, right, what we're seeing is that the panels that are kind of tilting outward are capturing more sun radiation throughout the year. And of course, as it gets westward, right, so this is when the sun is coming in from this side of the building, you're getting a lot more coverage throughout the year. So that's an important thing for design, right? So these are going to get a lot hotter. These ones are going to be a little cooler throughout the year. And then ultimately, when you're looking up at the building, right, all of these panels pretty much aren't getting any sun at all. So in theory, if we're trying to save money on this building, we can reduce all of these panels that are tilting back and open up the facade of the building a bit more, and it wouldn't really affect the radiant heat gain on that facade. Okay, so if you wanted to change the analysis period, you could go back here and change real quick. So let me turn this to false real fast, and let's plug this in. So I'm going to plug in analysis period, and let's go to, oh, that's right, we're going to do sliders for this. So from month, that's 0 to 12, and a 2 month. So let's do from let's do like May to June, from day 0 to 31. We'll just set it to like 14 and 15, so let's do from day, 14 actually, let's do 14 in both days. So we're going to do middle of the month to middle of the month. Then we're going to do from hour, so we can say 0 to 24. Let's just go noonish. Actually, yeah, let's do from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is 14. Okay, 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. So this is how much radiant heat gain is going to be hitting these panels from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. throughout the course of 1 month from May to June. Okay. Yes.
Where do you find analysis period?
Yeah, I always forget precisely where they are. But if you're looking for it, just type in period and it'll pop up.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like that. Oh, okay. So it's under Analyze Weather Data, Ladybug Analysis Period. All right, so I'm going to let this run. It's probably going to take another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll recap, and then I'll close this video. So we got to toggle it and let it run. Okay, so guys, just a heads up. So now we've revised this so that we're looking at the definition specific to that range. So we're looking at just in the summer when the sun is really high, right? I don't know if you recall, but when we were looking at it before, these panels below actually had some light blue, and so there was like a little bit of a gradient on them. That's because they received some sunlight throughout the year, particularly in the winter when the sun is really low. So they do get some radiant heat gain, but you can see in the summer they get none. So that's how you utilize a tool like this. We can go over some advanced functions at some point, but basically this is it. What questions do you have? None.
So maybe we can like print this out, right, and like use it as a diagram to like.
Yes, you can. So that's what you're seeing right here is the bake it function. When you bake that out, it will come with the color functions. And I think I have a video already built on that, but it takes forever to render that, so I don't want to do that in class again. But I'll show you guys. It really does take a long time. It's a pain in the ass to do it. But yeah, it's basically like waiting 10 minutes like we just did, which that did take about exactly 10 minutes. Yeah.
Can this be used to do the checking in the for the shading in the midterm?
No, not quite the same.
No.
So basically, guys, I want you to understand that what we were doing before with those analysis tools about square footage and stuff like that, it's the same thing that you see here, except this is just testing something else, right? So I wanted to give you the basic version, you know, kind of like the fundamental building blocks, you know, of how to do that sort of analysis. And then now you're seeing it in action at a full scale. Like, this is 100 times what we've done in class, but more than that probably. But it's, I mean, it's in the same family. but you can't really use these tools to do that. You have to build your own tool for it.
Okay, cool.
Any other questions? Okay, cool. So let me pause this, and if we're going to do other things, we'll cover that. I'll stop this actually.